Recording.
Okay, so just out on the posties, beautiful day, late February. I've got Ben's stag do group with me. He didn't know he was coming on it. He was dragged along to a location this morning, and his partner had packed his riding kit. And so I'm going to got 6 of them out. So just out. I'm out on Dorothy. The guys are out on the other posties. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see them in my rear view mirror, but I've got a mirror full of postie bites at the minute. One's already got a bloody headlight out. They're pain in the arses, these bikes, they really are. I think as they get older, the electrics just to get a little bit more temperamental. There's always something needs bloody fixing. I don't know if you see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 of them. Just get out towards Sorton. This is just on the edge of the Great Fields, just outside Broughton. You've got the burrows over there, the sand dunes that you can see. This is all just grazing ground, lovely start to a ride on the posties. Nice and easy for people to get used to and get a feel for the gearbox, lack of clutch, etc., or lack of clutch lever. There they are, they can see them. Well, so I'll take you on a bit of a journey today. Just thought I'd do a bit of filming, and I'll see you shortly.
Recording.
Everyone seems to be doing okay. Just gone round the corner, done a few turns. Just coming up to Thornton. Beautiful day. God, it feels like a different world, doesn't it, when the sun's out? So yeah, Thornton Beach. The more I do the research on the D-Day involvement of this area, the more you realise happened around here. How many American troops were stationed here in the practice, and how many war preparations took place in this area. Yeah, really interesting. Actually, I never thought I'd be interested in that, but very interesting. I won't bore anybody, to be honest, I can't remember details off the top of it in a minute. But there's a big D-Day celebration down here, and they do some reenactments on the beach. It's been cancelled the last few years because of COVID, but I think it's due on this year. There's also the Lundy Flyers beach racing, first week of September, which is really good. It's more of a showcase for racing. It's not genuine racing because there's all the beachgoers on the beach at the time, but they have all the classic hot rods and bikes and things. And they just come down here and have some music on and beer and things. So yeah, if you're in the area, first week of September, good place to be. Just going to pull in to see how everyone's doing. There's people surfing. We go for the big bay down a bit further. Beautiful beach. It really is amazing. I always feel incredibly lucky that it's on our doorstep, and really that's the reason we moved here, just because of the beach and the things around it. Yeah, it's nice being by the sea. I like it. I'm going to pull in here, just check everyone's alright, bikes are alright. See what's happening. Got 2 coming, alright? No problem?
No, it's quite intuitive after a while.
Alright? All good? Yeah. Get hang of it?
Yeah.
Alright?
Fine, yeah. Apart from there's no tank to grip with your knees.
No, there's no tank to grip. How's the helmet, or is it comfortable?
It's absolutely fine.
Alright.
Yeah.
You guys alright?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Running alright? You get the hang of the gears?
Yeah. It cuts out every time I stop. But,
Does it?
Yeah.
Give me a second. You alright? Be alright?
Yeah.
All good? What, literally every time you come to a stop it dies, yeah?
Well, yeah, it's clearly not I thought it was because it was cold like you
Yeah.
said,
Do you mind if I just give it a quick go? Guys, just wait here, just wait here. So there's a bit more tick over. Bit more tick over. Ah, the adjustment of old bikes, eh? That should do it. I think I adjusted this last time, but yeah, this is where you need a permanent mechanic permanently following you 24 hours a day. Let's see how that goes. Whoop.
Recording.
Okay, so we're on a bit of a long trail. This is one of the nice, long, easy-ish. Well, it's easy, but if you've never been off-road before, nothing's easy as soon as your tyres hit dirt. As one of them saying, Paul, just getting used to that front end moving around and squirming, and it's bad enough on a bike that weighs 100 kilos like these postie bikes, and I think that's when when you go off-road for the first time on a big bike, just what a quarter of a ton feels like when it's starting to go sideways. So yeah, start on a small bike is always my advice when off-roading, because at least with these you can put your foot down and catch them. Anyway, we're just going to call up here. Nice easy lane, farmers access, byway open to all traffic, I think it is. Certainly a legal little lane. I always tell people just to watch out for traffic coming the other way. You never know, you might get a tractor or a cyclist or a walker or whatever. So you just always got to be mindful that it is a road. It just happens to be a dirt road. It's still a road. Second gear, postie bikes happy all day on this sort of terrain. This is kind of their domain, I think, the postie bikes. Proper novice friendly trail bikes. CT standing for Cub Trail, so that's where they got their origins from. My understanding is that in California, I think it was in California or Denver, or no, Colorado. Sorry, not California. There was a dealer selling C90s, Cub 90s back in the 60s, and he realised he had a lot of customers who were taking them off road, using them as agricultural vehicles. And I believe he made some sort of lash ups with better suspension and things to make them better able to cope. And it was from that Honda took the idea to put the CT into production, and therefore make a more rugged, off-road, durable version of the Cub. Correct me if that story is absolute bullshit, but that is how I understood it. I'm being a bit ginger through these puddles. Dorothy, bless her soul, at 100,000 kilometres and 900 kilometres, gone around the clock anyway. She's a bit sensitive to deep water. I don't know if it's the spark plug cap or what, but if you're going a bit too hard, she starts to kick up a fuss and won't start and won't run. They dry out eventually, but yeah, it's just a faff. So I'm going to pull up here. Beautiful little look out here, looking down on Salt and Sands and Braunton and things. Yeah, nice little spot. All right. This is where we might lose one or two. Oh, there we come in. You lost a tassel. Yeah. You've lost a tassel. I'll look out for it. How many is that? 1, 4. That's everyone, isn't it? How'd you get on? All right.
Yeah.
Easy, eh?
I like it.
Easy.
I can't compare it to anything else, but I like how
That's
your foot in it. It's a lot less sweaty riding this than the KTM.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So that's where we just came up. We came out along there, along that headland, and then we've effectively come round on ourselves and then back up. So it is a dead end, unfortunately, so we just have to turn round just along here. Come on, Dorothy, you old girl. I have to think this bike has been through. I want to set off from Joe's shop at 110 Motorcycles in Brisbane on this very bike. No plan, no clue of how I was going to get to England, when I was going to get to England. Pakistan, China, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Thailand, Nepal, India, Malaysia, England, and then across America. She's been New York, she's been Colorado, she's been where else has she been? Alaska, Canada, this bike, and then back to England, and she's still bloody going. Original bottom end, new piston in Seattle, new rear wheel spokes in Seattle. But other than that, she is battering on after all them kilometres. What a testament to how long a good piece of simple design can last you if you just keep that oil fresh, nurture her, keep her going. They do last, bless them. Yeah, I saw that wobble then. That's it, one goes one way, one goes another. And then that trip across Australia with all those posties that you can see there, that was probably the hardest motorcycling trip I've done. Just taking a group of eight riders, Brisbane to Perth through the outback, so through all the sand track roads and things like that. Just a very tricky trip, really. I think I'd underestimated it. I think that's fair to say. I think it's easy to visualise a trip where you're on your own and to cope with a difficult trip when you're on your own because you've only got yourself. But when there's 8 people and you need to get them safely across, and they're looking to you, and it's it was a very, very difficult trip. Really tested me, I think, and it tested the group, and it wasn't a perfect trip. We had injuries, we had broken bones, we had just a tricky trip. It's the reality is something when you get yourself so far out your comfort zone that things don't always go to plan. I mean, everyone came back alive, which is the main thing, but a very tricky trip. Also interested to see they're going to tarmac the entire Great Central Road, so that we did 1,200. There's a 1,200 kilometre stretch of dirt road, desert track out west of Uluru, Ayers Rock, and they are going to tarmac that over the next 5 years. So if you wanted to get the adventure in before that happens, do it. But there's lots of desert tracks still out in Australia. They're just the big iconic ones are gradually getting tarmacked. And in fairness, if you lived out there in one of the rural communities, you probably want a bit of tarmac as well, because they're rough old roads, patches of deep sand dunes, corrugations that rattle your teeth out. If you lived out there and you had to deal with them every day, you'd think, God, give me some tarmac. For us adventurers who like dirt, then maybe not so good, but can't have everything. So we're just going to head back down, going to see how the guys are feeling about doing a little bit more of a trickier trail, and then crack on, get a cup of coffee in a bit, and see what beckons. You're a bit mucky. They made it. You alright? No worries. Just dropping down to the next lane. Always give them a bit of a heads up, trying to explain what's coming. Sometimes it's better to throw people at the deep end, sometimes it's better to prepare them. It's that happy medium. Bit of a climb, let's make sure we've got everyone. Lovely I love that little cute house there. Don't know if it's a holiday cottage. There we go. Make sure we've got everyone. 2, 3, 4, 6. All good. And one missing. There we go. All good. There we go. Head up. Relaxed arms. Constant throttle. Let the bars move around. The bike's fidgeting. I've got a right leg out for balance. It's a bit of a natural position I adopt on the posties. I always just drag or stick out a right leg, and I just find that gives me good balance. Probably makes it a bit prone to getting caught on a rock or something, but I don't know. Motocross habit maybe. Down to first. Keep that head up. Keep driving. Keep going. Beauty of the posties is it enables a novice rider to come up this, which, you know, even a CRF 300 or 250 or a Himalayan would be tricky for a novice rider. It could go very wrong on even a bike like that. So the posties, I've lost, just look behind me and I've got no one behind me. Let's have a look. They'll be here somewhere. The posties enable pretty much anyone. I had a 68-year-old lady who'd only just passed the test come up this lane on the posties. She rode a Harley. I say, only just passed the test. Never been off-road before. Didn't know what off-road was. And she came up here. Yeah, so getting the right bike for the job is so useful. Easy or what? It's alright. Enjoy that one or? Yeah, well, we've got to go downhill now. Oh, it's still... She's stalling a bit.
Yeah, it's fine,
Heidi, alright?
Lovely.
No problems?
That was good.
Just got to keep going, haven't you?
You said that's more of a challenge.
Yeah. So it goes up, how many is that? Is that everyone?
No, this is Steve.
Yeah. Man down, man down. I mean, the beauty as well, what I like about the slightly more technical, slow speed trail is the risk of danger or hurt is reduced because the speed's reduced. You know, you might have a topple, you might struggle, you might fall off, you might, I don't know, hit the hedge or whatever. But you're in first gear, maybe second gear. So the speed of the impact is far reduced. I think the biggest risk with a trail ride is when it's faster paced. You know, because then you can get it wrong and if you're doing 30 mile an hour off road and come off, you're in pain. Here he comes. He's got it. He's got it. You alright?
Yeah, what happened? I picked the wrong line.
It's alright.
And I went off, tipped down on the bank.
It's alright. You're alright, are you?
Forward.
That's alright. You're not.
Trying to kickstart it. That
Are you alright though?
That's the first one over.
It's alright.
But yeah, it's all good.
There you go. He's had a little topple. Nothing, no damage. Man and machine in one piece. Lovely little trail. When it's summer, it's just like a proper canopy of leaves and trees, foliage. Tropical almost. Tropical North Devon Lane. There he goes. She's not smoking. Sally was a bit of a smoker, this one, at the bike at the back, but at the minute, she's not. No oil in it. Everyone alright? Yeah, he's alright. He was laying down for a minute. He had to lie down. All good? Good. Yeah, he's alright. Yeah, he's good. And that's it. And that's, I think, how memories are made, as cliche as that sounds, but for people who've ridden motorcycles for a long time, I guess you get stuck in the rut of doing the same thing on the same bike, same route. So for these guys who've never been off-road before, this is like landed on another planet. And it's enjoyable to see people who maybe don't see themselves as off-roaders riding off-road and thinking, actually, you know what? I can do it. I know the bike's enabling them hugely. You know, the bike is what makes it possible, but they themselves are the pilots, and they are piloting a motorcycle along a muddy lane. And I think gives them a bit of confidence that they can do it, and a bit of excitement that they're doing something a bit different. It's a bit slormy here. bit muddy. There's a man here on the left hand side. He's built almost like a viewing platform. He's a farmer. Chatted to him last time we came through. Nice chap. They're having a bit of a tea and cake party for some old deers when we last came through, and I don't know what they made of it when we all came past on motorbikes. But yeah, a little bit of a clearing. There you go, a bench. Traveller's Rest. Lovely that. Place for a picnic, I think that is. In summer, I think bring some tea and coffee and a cake and cream tea. So we're on the downhill descent. This is where you work out what you want to do. Do I want to use my brakes or do I want to hold it in gear? So I've just got it in first. Got no brake power. I'm just letting the bike roll against first gear. One thing I do tell people if they're struggling on downhill, just turn the engine off, just use the brakes. You know, think of it as a big mountain bike really. And then that sort of removes one of the sort of mental blocks that people have, I think. You know, throttle, what do I do with the throttle? Well, just turn the engine off, then you haven't got a throttle, you just got brakes. And I think that can help. And we all do it at the back. So I'll turn off. I don't want to use all my battery on a single lane, but I just quickly though, I suppose with a lane, I know with a TET, the Trans-European Trail, there was some discussion on the website whether people should, the route should be marked as easy or difficult, etc. But even me on my local lanes, it only takes the farmer to come along and cultivate or give it a good bashing to completely transform the difficulty of a lane. So this was more overgrown and took a bit more effort really, and there's a few others that were the same, and then the farmer does a bit of maintenance work on it and all of a sudden you've got an easy lane. So the problem with grading an off-road route or green lane is that the conditions can vary so quickly. You know, a bit of rain, farmer, whatever, it's so variable day to day. Every time I come down my lanes, my usual route, I'm always there's always a change. There's always something that's changed. So, there we go. Everyone looks to be doing all right. Catch you later.
Recording.
Jeez. Finding green lanes is often a bit of the battle, really, and I just, for me around here, I just use the OS map and a bit of local knowledge. You know, a local rider took me out, showed me some lanes, but there's no real. I don't think there's one easy way of finding all the lanes. I know the TRF have got a new website that should list most of them, but you still can't help but beat a bit of local knowledge. So it's a bit a bit bumpy up there. They're doing really well though, I'm going to say, they're really well. I think everyone always surprises themselves because they look at a lane like this and go, no chance. Then up they go. Second gear for me now. Bumpy. It's on this lane I stacked me 310 GS and bent the handlebars and brake lever. A bit of complacency, you know, you think you've got it, you think you're riding God, and then next minute, you're a bit of wet mud. Front wheel goes out, and before you've had time to catch it, you're picking yourself up. So yeah, it happens to us all, falling off. But look at that, I'm just looking behind me, it's such a great view. I've got two abreast. Look at that.